Hi, welcome back to my channel Style by C. Thank you so much for stopping by. And today's tutorial, I'll be talking on how to sew a milkmaid dress, just like what I'm posting on. We already have a video on how to draft this beautiful dress. So today's tutorial will be on how to sew it. So kindly subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more updates. Don't forget on switch on your notification or turn on your notification bell. Thank you. For cutting of this cup part now, I added extra half an inch, or you can add 1 inch to this upper part. The reason is because you're going to be making a casing to pass a rope in between or an elastic. Okay, so that's why I added extra an inch. And also this down part, I also added half an inch for joining allowance. So this is my cups. All right, I went ahead and made a casing. I folded it in, made a casing. I'll be passing my strap or rope here, okay, in between this casing I made. Then for this bottom part of it, this side, I'm going to be pleating it. Either you pleat or use your thread and needle to make a gather, or while attaching it to your cup, you you push it in, make little pleats to it. So the choice totally depends on you, how you want it to be. All right, either you pleat or you use the needle and thread to make gathers. So for my back piece now, this is the back of my top. All right, so what I did was to hem the upper part of it as usual. Okay, then I'm going to be marking my dart space. So I'll mark 1.5. This 1.5 forces for my zip allowance. Then from there, I'll mark 4 inches, which is my dart. And remember, my dart is going to stop 1 inch below my chest line. So this is where I'm going to mark. I'm going to run a stitch for my dart. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, this is my strap. I will be passing through this opening that is here. Okay, so I'll be passing it through now. All right. Please, before you pass your strap, make sure that you fold this edge. I was unable to fold it, but I will manipulate it after doing this. Please ensure that you fold this area before making your casing here. So you pass it through this point. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be attaching this cup to my to this bust here, right? So this is the one I did earlier. This is one side of it. This is what it looks like. This is how the back is. Okay, so now, okay, about this white thing, I used an air stay to give it a stiffener, to make it stiff a little. So now I'm going to pick up my other cup, which is this area. I'm going to place it here. Then I'll be pleating it a little till I get to this point, and I'll stop. All right. So after joining it, this is what we have. This is what it looks like. But this under part now, we still have these edges. You can still decide to leave it that way. But for me, I'm going to be covering up using this lining. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be running a stitch on it. So I'm going to place it this way. I don't know. So I'm going to be using this to cover these rough edges up. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll be using it to cover it up, after which I will now turn it out this way so that you will not be able to see this. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is I've already made the casing. I've folded it, so I'm going to be passing my elastic band inside this casing I've made. So the elastic band is 8 inches. You can decide to work with 7 inches. It depends on what works for you. So 8 inches is okay for me. All right, so I'm going to pass this. So after passing this through here, the next thing you're going to do is I'm going to bring, this is my front piece, all right, the front of the clothes I'm making, the dress I'm making. So now I'm going to pick it from here and attach it here. So I'll be running a stitch here, all right, to join this. I'm joining this to my armhole, all right. I'm joining this now. I also do the same thing to this other side of the dress, the back piece. So after joining the sleeve, the next thing I did was to shape my dress. Alright, after joining my sleeve, I had to shape it. Okay, so this is what I have. This is a milkmaid dress ready. But the next thing to do now is the down part, which is this skirt part of it. Alright, so you can decide to make it a straight cut, you can decide to make it a flare skirt or a gathers. It depends on you, on what you want.